Welcome to the CC United slideshow to increase positional awareness throughout the 11 and 12 age group. This slideshow will not only be part of player evaluations for 12-year-old players and older, as on day 2 of tryouts they will be trying out for a position, but it will improve our team's effectiveness as our players will have a greater understanding of each player's role, both in attack and defense. This is the role of the central midfielder in regard to their zonal defending responsibilities. One of the big things about the central midfielder is positioning. If you look at how they're positioned right in the middle of the field, one thing that our central midfielders struggle with on the 8v8 game is maintaining their position. Their goal is to be in the central area of the field. Their positioning is really important, that it denies passing opportunities and stops the other team from playing in there. So it's important that they recognize the players on the outside and don't get too drawn out. You see the 8's pressuring the ball, pressuring their back line, and we need to defend in twos in this formation. So when our centre forward goes, our centre mid goes with them. And if you look at that angle of support that they've got, he is reacting off 11 being sent down this here. And as you look at the visual cues of the rest of the team follow, so when 5 our centre midfield goes, 4 our central defender goes with them. So the ball gets played wide to 12. It's important that our centre mid stays in a central area. So 6 is responsible for pressurizing the ball because it's an outside. 2 will go with him also, but centre mid will sit in that pocket, denying a passing lane, which would be a striker. Once again, as the ball gets switched, getting in that position again to 8. As the ball gets played wide, our left midfield steps, our centre midfield still in the central area of the field, and a good gauge to where our centre midfielder needs to be. They should never cross the line of the box that is played here. They should always stay in that central area. The play is being compacted, and we now have numerical advantage in 2v1 in this area. Also being in there, our centre mid should be aware of our passing opportunities. So we're denying a penetrating pass, as well as being in a good position to second defend. And in doing that, in compacting the field, our right midfielder reacts off what our centre midfielder does and gives up the side of the zone. It's important that our centre midfielder is able to react to whatever side of the ball that our striker is on. So here our striker is on the right side of the ball, making our centre midfielder getting ready to approach this channel here and be a little closer. When the ball is switched on the other side, our centre midfielder is ready on the other side of the ball gets played wide once again. It's the job of our outside midfielders to channel that. Our fullback's pushing up. Our centre midfielder is sitting in that pocket, getting ready to deny that passing lane and to be a good second defender there when our outside midfielder has been beat. So just to review, the most important thing about our central midfielder in zonal defending is first is that positioning. Where are they on the field? Trying to be that central player, to provide cover, to recognize that they provide cover when the outside midfielder sends the ball in and channels on the outside of the ball, or when the striker goes to the ball, and getting as close to the striker when the striker presses, that close enough to affect the playing cover, but not too close that we can be eliminated by one pass. Their job as that central midfielder is to control that space, that big area in the middle of the field, and to adjust to which side is being channeled from our striker when we press, to create that numerical advantage in a central area of the field and really press. And one of the other roles, which is often neglected, is which side of the field do we want to channel them on when our centre midfielder is the first defender. Do we want to go left? Do we want to go right, based on where the opposing strength is?